I'm a Scottish African, or an African Scot, and today I took this DNA test. If you're interested in the people, places and events in Scottish history, then click the subscribe button at the bottom right of the screen. In the meantime, let me tell you my story. Why did I take a DNA test? Is it because I'm in some way uncertain about my Scottishness? No. Is it because I want to connect with family that I haven't met? No. Is it because I've got some health concerns that aren't immediately obvious? No. So why? At 57, I'm pretty comfortable in my Scottishness. It's obvious that I'm Scottish. It's probably not as obvious that I'm Ghanaian, as we'll find out. Now, even if you connected me to the continent of Africa, it's huge. It's also way more genetically diverse than other continents. Maybe that's because all those years ago, it was only a small group that migrated out of Africa to populate the world, leaving all that genetic diversity behind, which is why Europeans all look the same. Don't worry, I'm European as well. The point is that I'm confident in my Scottishness. You see, what makes you Scottish isn't DNA. Scottishness is even deeper than DNA. There are people whose ancestors left Scotland generations ago and they've inbred like fifers at a Viagra convention, but they're no more Scottish than a Morris dancer on St George's Day singing Swing Low Sweet Chariot. Now that's just confused a lot of North Americans, hasn't it? Never mind, I'll be honest, I don't know why they sing that song anyway. Genetics seems a bit like a route map. Every Scottish person's ancestors came to Scotland from somewhere else. Whether it was Viking raping and pillaging, Saxon migration, Norman infiltration, Flemish trading, Jewish refugees seeking, or Africans leaving to establish the human species globally. Everyone who's Scottish is ultimately African. The only question is when your ancestors left Africa and what route they took to get here. Some people's ancestors moved on from here to the New World and intermingled with people whose ancestors had gone somewhere else from Africa before they headed to those New Worlds. But when you do a DNA test, that's essentially the question that you're asking. When did my ancestors leave Africa and what route did they take to get to where I am today? Folk who watch this channel seem really interested in that subject, and it's an interesting question. Lots of people in the comment section have said that they've got Scottish ancestors and they took DNA tests to confirm how Scottish they are. Now you know you're X% Scottish. Some took DNA tests first and then they found out that they were Y% Scottish, and now they want to find out more about Scotland. So welcome aboard the haggis train. Woo woo! Actually, this would be the one. See in the comment section, say what percentage Scottish you are if you've taken a DNA test. I don't want a big 10-generation family history. 2 pieces of information. Have you taken a DNA test? And 2, what percentage Scottish are you? If you haven't taken a DNA test, then what percentage Scottish do you think you are? Some people do these DNA tests because it helps them to find relatives that they didn't know that they had. Because some companies who do the tests allow you to match up with folks that you're closely related to. And folk are really keen on that. But that's not what motivated me. I'll be honest, I don't even get on with the family that I have. Why would I go looking for other people to argue with at Christmas? So what motivated me to take this DNA test? The other day, somebody who'd booked me to do a stand-up comedy gig Googled my name, and he sent me a message to show me what came up. And under the people also ask bit, it seems that the things that people often ask is Bruce Fummey Black? I pissed myself. I remember once being in Ghana and going to the museum with my brother Prosper. We've got the same dad, but my mum was Scottish, his mum's Ghanaian. So In Accra, there are two different entry fees for the museum, or there were at that time. A low fee for Ghanaians and a more expensive rate for foreigners. Right? Now the guy at the desk wanted me to pay the foreign visitor rate. Obviously, as a Ghanaian, that Ghanaian bit of me didn't want to pay the higher rate because I felt that was an insult not to be considered Ghanaian. The Scottish bit of me just wanted to get in as cheap as I possibly could. What I'm saying is that these DNA tests can get you discounted rates at certain museums. But that's not why I'm taking the test. MyHeritage offered to sponsor a video if I took one of their DNA tests and promoted their brand. Now, don't worry, I haven't sold out. I didn't take the money. In fact, I even paid for this DNA test, including the extra postage for express delivery. Now, who knows, if I'd waited, maybe MyHeritage would have sponsored this video. Then again, they might have wanted to influence what I say, but they haven't, and so they can't. Ha! Once I thought this was a good idea for a video, I didn't really want to wait for all the negotiations and paperwork and all that kind of stuff. It got me thinking. See, a DNA test was an intriguing idea for a video, and my background isn't actually quite as certain as I suggested. You see, I'm Scottish, right? We're cool with that. But as some racists have pointed out in the previous comment section, I'm also the result of an interracial marriage. My granddad was Scottish, but my granny was English. Less controversially, my mum, a daughter of that first union, shit, don't mention the union. Anyway, my mum married my West African dad, so genetically, I may be as much English as I am Scottish. I still think they'd want to charge me the tourist rate in the museum in Accra. And the crazy Fruit Loop white supremacists, they'll never be satisfied because what drives them is that percentage of their DNA that's residual Neanderthal. That's right, we've all got a bit of it. In fact, the genetic difference between black and white is less than the percentage of your DNA that's Neanderthal. I'm going to let that sink in for a moment. The question remains, how much of me can be genetically associated with England? With an English granny, I still qualify to play football for England because I haven't yet been selected for Scotland. Gareth Southgate, I'm waiting for that call. What's more, when I was in Ghana, I met one of my cousins, of which there are millions incidentally. My Ghanaian granddad had 4 wives and 20 children. But when I was there, somebody said that my granddad's dad had been a coffee trader and was German. See when people wonder, is Bruce Fummey Black? It's that German gadget that they're talking about. The point is that there's maybe more of a story to be told in this DNA test than I realised. So, I took the MyHeritage test, even though they didn't pay me to do it. But if you'd like to support the channel instead, then please do. You can click the link in the description for buymeacoffee.com and make a donation. Help a poor Scottish African take a DNA test. It would be much appreciated. As it was, I would have chosen MyHeritage anyway, and I'll tell you why. I did a bit of checking, and they've got the most detailed geographical breakdowns. And as we've already established, your background may be more diverse than you think. They came out in top for detailed geographical breakdown, particularly if you're Europe-based rather than US-based, or if your family's moved to North America in recent rather than long past generations. Now that's crucial. You see, 55% of the folk who watch this channel are from the UK. So, because MyHeritage has depth to European data, it was definitely the one to go for as far as I was concerned, or as far as they're concerned. All right, North Americans, you can join in as well, and the Aussies and the Kiwis. With this test, you also get that link up to matching potential relatives who are genetically close to your thing. Now, I know I said that that didn't interest me, but I can't lie, I'm a wee bit curious. Wouldn't you be? You never know when a soap opera is going to need a long-lost Afro-Celtic cousin nobody knew about just to introduce a character that'll bump up their diversity numbers. I better get myself in the market, don't you think? Also, they give you your results in 4 weeks. Some of these companies take up to 8 weeks, and we've already established that I don't have the patience for that kind of nonsense. But the most important reason that I was happy to go with MyHeritage, and I can't stress this enough, is that they've committed in their privacy policy to never sell or license our genetic data. And for somebody like me that doesn't trust corporations, that was the kicker. So, I've just done the test inside and it took about 90 seconds. And then you post your samples back in the jiffy bag, like this. Now, I'm off to post this, but seeing as you've got 4 weeks to wait, you might as well watch my video on should black people be allowed to talk about Scottish history. When the results come back, I'll replace that video with the one of me getting the results of this test. Either way, you'll find the video here. In the meantime, Hammy and Dawkins can be a lamb alive. Jerry and Rasta.